Guys, do you happen to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm? Now, if you don't, I would encourage you to start. It is one of the funnier and better made comedies in the history of TV, but definitely that's on TV right now. Curb Your Enthusiasm is written, directed, and starred by Larry David. Larry David gained fame and prominence by being the founder and writer of Seinfeld. And he made a couple of cameos in that, but he was not a ongoing character. He'd pop in 2 or 3 times over the whole course of that season. But I think that you can understand, if you don't know who Larry David is, you don't know who Curb Your Enthusiasm and what that is all about, certainly you will know Seinfeld. And if I tell you that this guy created Seinfeld and was the producer and the writer and the director of it, he gains credibility with you, right? Okay. Little backstory in case you didn't know. Last week's episode. Larry David and a group of friends, Ted Danson and Jeff Green, some names that you would recognize, but they're all characters on this episode. They're going to take a private plane and they're going to go to a wedding, a destination wedding in Mexico. But the pilot of the plane requires Larry, who set the whole thing up, to get the weight of each passenger because it has to do with how much fuel they need to put in the jet to make sure they can get from Los Angeles, California to Mexico. Okay, fine. That's the story, though. Nobody would give Larry the weight. Nobody. Larry's date wouldn't do it. Larry's ex-wife wouldn't do it. Ted Danson, his good friend, wouldn't do it. Jeff Green, his manager. Jeff Green's wife, Susan. Nobody would give up their weight. They said, absolutely not. We won't do it. So the entire premise of the show, which got a very good laugh, was Larry found a carnival in town, invited everybody to come to the carnival, went over to the guy ahead of time that is really good at guessing your weight within 3 pounds. If he guesses your weight within 3 pounds, you have to give him $5. If he doesn't, you win a prize. You guys have seen this. So Larry brings each one of them one by one over, gives them a twirl so this guy can kind of get their weight and write it down. The point I'm trying to make for you is this is as good as that is of comedy, as good of writing as that is, as simple as that is, and as much as they went and made a fantastic TV show out of that, I happen to be living this right now. So, Mike Perry's wife, the Platinum Princess, okay? She is coming out to Portland for Submission Underground, of which I could not be more excited. I happen to be a mark for the Platinum Princess. I've never met her. I have only seen her on TV. One of the greatest things of Mike Perry, aside from his fantastic fighting style and his fantastic abilities, it's his walkout. I mean, he's got some gangster walkout. He's always got crazy music going. He's singing along. He's dancing. And then you got the Platinum Princess right behind him, and she's dancing and doing the hands. I mean, they just have a great time on the walkout, and it's just something to see, and it just brings the energy of the building and the viewer, right? Positive energy is contagious. When you see somebody that's happy and is having fun, and you witness that, you're now happy, and you're now having fun. Okay, but I have to tell you that because this is the extent of our relationship. I do not know her phone number. I don't know her name. I don't want to know her name. She is the Platinum Princess. And I insist that you also refer to her proper, which is the Platinum Princess. But she's coming out to do a grappling match. Mike Perry's going to be taking on Ally Aquina. She's coming out to corner Perry. We said, hey, what about the princess? Would she like to do a match? Perry said, let me talk to her. Says the princess is in. Okay, great. Well, here's how Submission Underground works, and here is how it ties into the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme that made me laugh one Sunday ago. We do weigh-ins for Submission Underground, but these weigh-ins are nothing more than a photo op. It's a marketing ploy. We film them and we take pictures worth 1,000 words, and we put the story out, and there's a little face-off, and your main event's going to give an interview, and hopefully somebody says something that's something fun. I mean, you guys get it, right? It's a weigh-in. It's silly, but there's a chance that something happens, so you do it. Okay. Now, as much as this is officially open weight, the contracts actually say open weight. Open weight is an industry term meaning there's no limit. You could be separated by 5 pounds. You could be separated by 500 pounds. There will be a weigh-in, but you will take on that opponent no matter what they weigh. The other side of the coin is the organization has a responsibility to disclose everybody's weight to your opponent. Now, when there's not an official weigh-in, and there's not a commission overseeing this, you're largely on the honor system. The good news is people have honor. If you call up I'll use Vinny by, hey, Vinny, how much are you weighing? Well, I haven't been on a scale in a week, but the last time I was about 230. Hey, Craig, how much are you weighing? I just weighed this morning. I'm 207. Okay. Hey, Vinny, Craig weighs 207. Hey, Craig, Vinny weighs about 230. We got a deal. Boom. That's how it works. Then if somebody shows up to the weigh-in and they're not quite what they said, well, they don't have to be. It's open weight. But we still try to follow up and tell you about your opponent. Well, here's what we know. Here's belt level, here's record, and here's what they weigh. I mean, there's not a whole lot of things, but there is a few boxes that you check when you're trying to match make a card. So we call the Platinum Princess. Platinum Princess won't give her weight. Refuses. Absolutely not. None of your business. You will, not only will I not tell you my weight, I won't get on the scale. There will never be a time on this earth that you'll know what I weigh. But in exchange for me refusing to tell you my weight, you don't have to tell me my opponents. You can bring me in the biggest woman you can find. I'll shake hands and go at her under the unified rules. Okay. I mean, that seems like a pretty fair deal to me, right? If somebody doesn't want to disclose their weight, and by the way, she's a very beautiful girl. It's not one of these situations, but I think it's fair to make a sexist statement in the spirit of accuracy that women don't like to give their weight and men are a little bit looser with here's what I weigh. I think that's a fair statement. I don't think anybody's going to be mad at Chael for saying it. She doesn't want to give her weight. But she's willing to make a deal, which is, I'll take on anybody any size. To me, that's a good story, and I thought you guys should hear it.